What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vonster the First back again for another video. As you guys can see, we got a Jujutsu Kaisen tier list video. You know what I'm saying? Something different on the channel for once. You know what I'm saying? Not the same old generic, reactions and reviews to manga and anime. You know what I'm saying? It's something different. It is still anime and manga related, but it's something that's not just that compact 12, 15-minute video of yours truly just reading and then giving his little review. Okay, it's something different. I know you guys wanted to see something different from me if you watch me and all that. I know a lot of people don't. But I'm trying to do a little more so I can get more into the anime manga community on YouTube and more stuff in general. So here I am. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, something I've been reading, watching first, and then I caught up about 2 weeks ago, read all the way up until where it was at in the manga currently. And yeah, it's just gas, Shibuya arc gas, 10 out of 10. I've been saying this for a minute. I can't even recall if when I said it. I did do a Jujutsu Kaisen video before. I just did the chapter 137 review, I think it was, something like that. But yeah, so I'm caught up and I can't wait to read more Jujutsu Kaisen. And now we're doing the tier list video since Jujutsu Kaisen took a break this recently on Sunday, and then they're gonna be coming back around. I believe Valentine's Day is the 14th. Yeah, it's Valentine's Day. I think it's Sunday, I believe. So yeah, it'll be back on the 14th. So yeah, uh, shit. Let's just get into it because Jujutsu Kaisen got a whole lot of great ass characters, and they got some, little trash ass characters, ugly ass characters. As you can see right here, I got ugly ass characters right here. You see that? Ugly. So we got S tier, A tier, B, C, D, and like I said, ugly tier. All right, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into it right now. First up, we got what's her name? Rika. No, not Rika. That's Yuta's what is this girl name? The vessel, the one that was going to be the vessel when in the star plasma vessel arc or whatever with Principal Yaga or Tengen rather. I forget her name, but she was alright because she all she wanted to do was live her life normally, like most people in the world in this anime and just in general, you know what I'm saying? She don't want to take over that responsibility of merging with Principal Yaga, but so she turned it down and she lived her life normally. I believe that's how that went down. If correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you want to. If you don't, I know most people won't. So it doesn't even matter. But she was okay character. I mean, she wasn't ugly, but I'd give her a D tier. The D tier, you're passing, but you're not like nowhere near any of these tiers or whatnot. So she was okay, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I dislike her because there could be some disliked characters in D tier, and of course in the last one, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put her in D tier for now because I mean, she's alright. But next up, we got a dog. That boy Toji, Zenin Toji, however you want to say it. We got this man. He's going to S tier. He's an S tier character. I mean, nobody can debate against me about that. He's just so cold. And I know fighting is not the only thing, but the dude is just so cold. He has his own way of doing things. He's very much a lone wolf, and he's just going out and he's just a master at fighting. He's very smart at fighting. I mean, he's just somebody that has a immense amount of superhuman strength in comparison or in contrast rather to other sorcerers because they actually use techniques and such and have curse energy. Um, so he's kind of like in the same realm as like Maki, and obviously she's in the Zenin family as well. So yeah, Toji is a goat. He's a dog. You already knew that. Like I ain't gotta say nothing more about that. That boy's a dog. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely gets that S tier. Next up, we got Kamo. Kamo, he's alright. I would say he's like the generic, like, okay, he looks cool. He seems kind of interesting, but we don't really get too much out of him. You know what I'm saying? His techniques are cool with the blood curse stuff, because he's in the Kamo family, so a lot of them use, or pretty much all of them use that. He's alright. I mean, nothing, nothing grand or you know what I'm saying or that great. So I'm gonna put him in C tier because, like I said, he's cool. Hopefully we can get some more from him, some more progression, or even uh some character development period to explore his character some more from his backstory and all that maybe, but it's a lot of characters, so who knows though, who knows. Gege does a great job with all these characters, so who knows. Next up, we got a ugly boy, and I know some of y'all are gonna say, "Oh, well, he's cold. He's his technique is cold with the painting shit." I get it, but the track, like just the whole Zenin clan, they got they shit fucked up. Other than Maki and Mai and Toji, those are the only ones that's cool, and we have yet to see more of them. But um, yeah, that boy, Grandpa or the clan leader, Zenin, that boy, he's just like he's just ugly. He's stinky, ugly, he's trash. So he definitely should stay right here because that man, that nigga, you already know. He was talking shit to Maki and all that. That's baby girl. You know what I'm saying? So he can't be doing that. Just the way he going about things. Nah. Old heads. That's what they do. So he's staying right there. Next up, we got Gato, or AKA the Brain. Oh yeah, and now that I say that, yeah, if you are anime only, please don't watch this video. I'll probably put in the title in parentheses like manga only or something like that, or in the description, or just pin the comment since I didn't say it earlier. But well, you guys already knew because I mean I did say that I read the manga anyway, so that's on you if you got this far and I spoiled something if I did, whatever. So that's on y'all. But yeah, so Geto, or AKA the Brain, definitely a great character, great antagonist, big ass plot twist with him and the whole Geto situation. Really want to know more about the Brain, obviously, like everybody does. Everybody does. You know what I'm saying? But he's definitely A tier character. I'll leave him right there. You know what I'm saying? That's where he should be. Most definitely, most definitely. Next up, we got Chozo. Chozo is like he's interesting because of the whole like his whole like morale, like him and his brothers, and his two brothers ended up being killed by Yuji and Nobara, I believe. And then the whole situation with Yuji's technique with the whole like dream state thing or whatever, that whatever that was, because we've seen it happen with Toto before with the whole fake flash, well, it is fake fake flashbacks of him and Yuji. And same thing with Chozo, he looks at Yuji as a brother. So of course once we get into Yuji, we'll probably talk a little bit about that too. If I forget, then I'm sorry. It's a lot of stuff, it's a lot of characters here, so I'm saying but Chozo, I'll put him in B tier because he's an interesting character I want to know more about, and he's cold as hell, like he's fighting and all that. And he's very like chill, and like I like chill characters as long as they have some kind of depth to them. And we've seen him get like aggressive and stuff, and I don't like that when the chill characters can do that more often. I don't like when certain chill characters are just like that, but they have no characterization with them as well. It's just what I'm saying, like you can be chill but have a lot of characterization. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll put him in B tier. He definitely fits that bill. Okay, next up we got Megumi. Megumi is interesting. A lot of people, well, I think, well, I can't really say because I haven't really been in the JJK communities for a long time at all. But Megumi, I'll put him because like he's definitely a character that has the potential to be like a S tier or A tier character. But I honestly think Megami is a B tier character because of the fact that he kind of fits that bill with Chozo, where they're kind of like they're chill characters, but they don't have like with Megumi. We know that we're going to get a lot more character development out of him and learning about more of his backstory and him and the whole thing with him and his sister and all that kind of stuff. And then with Sukuna being interested in him because he's a Shikigami user and he can use all the different, all the 10 different Shikigamis and all that and summon them. So he's an interesting fighter. So there's a lot of interesting things about him. So he's probably the only character that I would say on here that for me personally, he definitely could be an S and A tier, but I'm gonna put him in B tier only because he's like we don't really get too much out of him. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like Yuji and Nobara, we get a lot more from those two, and like how their personalities. I mean, we get his personalities obviously because he's like I say, he's chill, laid back kind of guy, but and just very goes by the rules and all that the normal that standard normal character. But like I said with Nobara and Yuji, they both are more we get more of their morality, we get more of their personality, we get more of how they respond to certain things, and a lot of great dialogue from both of those two. Like Nobara probably got one of the best dialogues in the show, but I'll get into that once she pops up too. which I don't see here yet. She's somewhere in here. I'm not really looking hard enough. Okay, I see her. She's right there. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So I'll put Megumi there, and I know a lot of people probably would disagree with me, but I know a lot of people would agree with me that he's definitely like a B tier character. But like I say, he has the potential to be a S and A tier, like most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Okay, next up we got Inumaki. Inumaki is a goat. He's a goat. He's a very loyal character. His curse technique is very interesting, even though it's a huge drawback. It's still like a very strong as curse. Did I say quirk? I hope I didn't say quirk this video. I probably did say quirk, didn't I? Well, he has a great curse technique. If I did say quirk or if I didn't, just ignore that. Y'all know what I meant if I did mistake, if I did make a mistake or whatever. But yeah, he's his curse technique is raw, and like I say, he's a loyal character. He looks cool. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not like really all of the second years from Tokyo are all really good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're definitely like top tier characters. They're like better than half, like not half of the show, but like, you know what I mean. Like they're B tier and up all three of those second years. But Inumaki, I just love him. It's just funny seeing him like say all the little rice ball ingredients and all that. It's just funny. I know he has to do that, or else if he says other words, and they can be effective on him and other people around him. So that's why I respect him a lot because he's very loyal and he try to make sure that he doesn't put people in harm's way and all that. So yeah, Inumaki's definitely a S tier character. I know some people probably will put him like an A tier or something, or maybe B tier. I wouldn't, but he's an S tier character because he's one of my favorites personally. So it's very subjective, obviously, but on an objective standpoint, I can still see him in a S A tier. You know what I'm saying? I actually don't really see him in. I mean, yeah, B tier as well, I'd say so, but nothing below that. But since it's my list, you know what I'm saying, I'm putting my boy in the S tier. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Next up, we got another goat, Nanami. R.I.P. to my boy Nanami. Like I said, if you read or if you only been watching the anime, you shouldn't be watching this video. I already gave you a heads up, a warning, in the title, in the pinned comment, and in the description, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? So, it ain't my fault. Shit, you chill, all right? But Nanami definitely is a S tier character. He's a dog. He, man, he's one of those characters that he's like when we first meet him, right? Like he was going back to Jujutsu Tech and working there and being like a Jujutsu sorcerer once again because of the fact that you know he felt that the world needed someone like him there rather than like him and his job. I forget what the job it was, but basically, a business job, and he didn't want to be a businessman no more. He was always tired, and all he cared about was money. But money doesn't have true the true value of life ain't money. Money is a man-made thing, but curses and stuff. Yes, curses are also technically a man-made thing, but you know what I'm saying, it affects other people's lives, and there's a lot of valuable there's a lot of people valuable in families, people value people in general, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they need to be those kind of people, civilians need to be saved by people like him. And that's just something that has to happen. If you have the power to do something or to stop or prevent something, you might as well do it. Don't just waste time or basically essentially getting more people killed and or even turned into a curse or all that kind of stuff. So Nanami's definitely a S tier character. The adults of adults, like I said, R.I.P. He went out like a real one. Definitely an interesting character with a great ass technique. He's just a dope character. Is man, yeah. He's a one of a kind character too. I haven't really seen characters in anime, especially shonen, that's like him. You know what I'm saying? Like his character is so different from a lot of other people. So definitely S tier. Next up, we got another S tier character. This is back to back to back. Huh. Maki is the best female character in the show, and I think that like there's really no debate. I can only see maybe two characters that you can debate are like just at her level or on par, or really only one character for me personally. But Maki, she's a great ass fighter. Like I said, similar to Toji. They both in the Zenin clan. They both have similar things with their whole superhuman strength and all that, and the lack thereof of curse energy and techniques. I believe she can kind of use energy, but she can't see curses. I believe that's how it went. But either way, she don't really. She's essentially like Toji. You know what I'm saying? I hope she can be the head of the clan someday, like she said she would to this little trash ass motherfucker down here. But yeah, I hope she ends up being the, you know what I'm saying, the head of the family someday. So yes, Maki's baby girl, she's just one of the best female characters in shonen right now, and I don't think you can debate against that. She's better than a lot of female characters in shonen right now. She's just raw. She has her own philosophy. She said she wanted to become a jujutsu sorcerer, and if she didn't, then she basically would have hated herself. When her and Maya, when they both had their little disagreement about that. Like, yeah, you know, I'm sorry that I brought you into this jujutsu world and stuff, but like, I gotta do what I want to do too. It's good to be selfish at times. You have to be selfish at times. You know what I'm saying? Some people think that selfishness is not good, but it can be extremely good when, you know, when you're doing something that you love and that you like to do. You know, if you're passionate about something, you might as well do it. So it's like that would just been stupid if she would have stayed with Mai, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I can see my side as well. But I'll get into that once she pops up, you know. Next up, we got this guy. I don't remember his name, but a little ugly ass. Literally, he's an ugly ass. I'll put him there. It was an interesting fight with Megumi and Yuji against him. Very interesting fight. But I mean, he don't really got no kind of characterization or nothing like that. Not that I remember or nothing. He was just there. So I'm gonna put him in Uglass. Like I said, he fits the description because he really is ugly. He's like that one mask from y'all know the mask from Demon Slayer, the people that make the swords and stuff. But yeah, so I'm putting him there. Next up, we got this guy. I can't believe I forgot his name though, because he was actually a character that I really liked in Shibuya arc, because he has a similarity to like Shikamaru, and Shikamaru was my favorite Naruto character. So he was like very lazy and like just didn't want to fight. He even said, like, I want to go home. I don't trying to. He wasn't scared of nothing. He was just like, man, fuck that. I ain't trying to do none of this shit today, man. I like him. It's funny. Some people probably be like, yeah, he's like a C tier, D tier character, but for me, I'm putting him in the B tier because he's really funny, and I want to see more from him. Hopefully, we get to see more from him since like Nanami's out, so we got like another sorcerer that might end up, you know, being a mentor to some of the students from either Tokyo or Kyoto. So yeah, I definitely like I said, I forget his name, but um definitely like this guy though. Next up, we got Mei Mei. Mei Mei is an interesting character. She actually has one of my favorite character designs. She looked really dope. She just came into the anime. She got that light blue hair. It looks so dope. Um, she's also somebody that, in a sense, kind of had a similar ideal, like on like just life in general as Nanami. She cares about money as well for the most part, and her little brother, which, well, I don't think I see him in here, but um, yeah, she's a very interesting character in that regard. So like I said, she kind of like Nanami in the money aspect, but he went back to Jujutsu source to, you know, the world of Jujutsu sorcery. She's always remained there, but like, you know what I'm saying, they have similarities. But she's a dope ass fighter, man. Her and her brother, that whole relationship is interesting yet weird, but interesting. She does they're a really great duo though. We seen what they were doing. She's what's his name, Yui or Wee Yu Yu or something like that. But yeah, so yeah, those two are dope. I'm put her in the B tier. She's a dope character, you know what I'm saying? Um she could fight all that. Like I said, I love her character design. I love her hairstyle with the braid going all the way down, kind of like Nozel from Black Clover, but better. But I didn't say nothing. I'm just speaking the facts. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got Miwa or Miwa or however you want to pronounce it. I actually don't know how to pronounce it, or if it's Miwa or Miwa. I'm just gonna call her Miwa. Miwa, she is a character that is another female character that I like, and I'll say she's in my top three. Um, let's see. I think I'm gonna put her in A tier personally because she's just very friendly, lovable kind of character, more friendly and lovable than a lot of characters on this list, and I like her whole relationship with Makamaro in a way. I mean, they kind of, you know, they hinted at little stuff about both of them. Well, more than hinted, I guess they mostly implied, you know, that you know, Makamaro had feelings for her, and she pretty much in return, in a sense, and just that whole class in general, um, well, students in general rather. But yeah, she's a very interesting character. Like I said, I love positive characters in anime. Period. Like in My Hero, I love Mirio because he's a positive character that is just something that in real life people need to be more positive and don't um resort to a lot of negativity or feed into that kind of energy. And she's in a world where literally there's negative energy all around and curse energy and all that kind of stuff. She's a very happy character and positive character, and I just love her. And she's always funny and cute in moments where isn't very much needed, or even when it's. I mean, because she don't do it randomly or nothing, where it's like it's annoying. She's not annoying at all, not at all. And I think A tier is a great tier for her, and I think many people will agree. Next up, we got Principal. I'm blanking on his name, but you already know. I'm putting him in ugly. This is ugly. Same thing, similar to other old dude, Zenin, the clan leader. They both got interesting techniques and stuff. Like this man uses the guitar and all that, and you know what I'm saying. Like they cool. They have cool like techniques and all that, but like just them person. Like come on, man. All the higher ups in the Jujutsu world are just trash. Now that I think about it, literally, like I'm sure he's a higher up, not necessarily what Jujutsu headquarters. I don't think. Well, maybe he has something to do. I mean, because he is a head of the Zenin clan. So yes, so anybody that's like a old head, literally, or that's like the head of the Jujutsu HQ or just principals or clan leaders or whatnot, they just for some reason just all trash. I don't know what's up with them, but yes, you definitely be in the ugly ass tier, my boy. Next up, we got him, this ugly ass dude. I remember his face, but I don't really remember where he came in. Someone's gonna put him in there ugly ass too. I mean, shit. I mean, I could be wrong. Was he a lot better than? I doubt it. So I'm just gonna leave him there too. Next up, we got Hanami. Hanami, I like Hanami as a antagonist. One of those antagonists that you could probably kind of sympathize with because Hanami is basically a representation of like Earth and nature, and all Hanami really wants is to stop like humankind from or mankind from fucking up the world. So you cannot be mad at Hanami really at all. A curse born from that, just just nature and like catastrophe and all that and natural disasters. Hanami is literally birth or born from through that pretty much. So Hanami, I'll just put it in C tier because Hanami like I was gonna put it in B tier, but like Hanami is not really a character that has a lot of characterization. It's a curse, and I know curses like we're curses have a lot of personality and morals and all. Well, kind of in the sense, but a lot of personality. Hanami doesn't have a lot of personality yet. I still like Hanami's goal, and Hanami is very much in the right for doing what she, or whatever is doing. So I put Hanami in C tier definitely. Next up, we got the Gojo Sensei. Oh man, ooh, what the hell? Almost messed up. Put him in C. My bad, Gojo. Gojo's definitely in the S tier. Shit, should I make another tier for Gojo just alone? Because he fits. Like, to be honest, I don't think. Yeah, okay, I'm putting him in his own tier. Putting him in his own tier. I ain't putting him in his own tier if it let me. Let me. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. I'm messing up. I'm messing up. I ain't messing up. Put that back down there. Now let me add a row above. Let's see. My boy. I'm just gonna put SS. Just in case if I have more characters I want to put like, in a tier above. I'm putting that boy Gojo right there. My boy is a double S. He's like I was saying before I cut my own self off, but Gojo is a character that literally everybody in the anime community or manga community that knows about him, that has read and watched Jujutsu Kaisen, everybody likes him. I haven't seen that one person that didn't like him or that's like genuinely annoyed of him or anything like that. He fits any spectrum of whatever you really like in anime. He fits it all. To be honest, like how I said, positive kind of happy and foolish characters. I like that. Very comedic, so I love Gojo for that, just for that. And of course, when it comes to fighting and combat anime, if you love that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? You already know it. He's the best. He's literally the strongest of them all. So it's like you won't be disappointed from Gojo at all, no matter what. No, even despite him being locked in a little prison, the little prison prism cube thing, the prison cube. He you know what I'm saying? He's still somebody that's feared by so many in the jujutsu world and all of that. And he's just, like I say, he's just so dope of a character. You already know. I don't have to say much about him. You know what I'm saying? You already know. Next up, we got Mecca Maru. Mecca Maru is one of my favorite characters as well. I don't really know where he lands in my top, but I know he's in my top 10 most definitely. Mecca Maru, I'm putting him right by, actually, ironically, I'm putting him right by Miwa. Or Miwa, like I said, however you want to pronounce it. He was so dope. One of my favorite fights was him against Mahito. I just liked the whole idea of that fight. How basically they gave him a body because he was being a double agent basically in cahoots with them with Gato and Mahito. But he ended up saying like I got my body. I know I'm pretty much gonna die here. So he already had things pre-organized in advance for Yuji and the rest of the crew and Shibuya arc later. Um, to be ready for when Gato, Mahito, and the crew attacked and whatnot in Shibuya. So he's a goat for that, playing alone and him fighting and just his whole thing. He was born with that heavenly pact of basically he can have so much curse energy and technique, or energy, but he didn't have a great body. You know what I'm saying? His body was just fucked up. He said he couldn't even touch moonlight. You can't even touch moonlight? Not sunlight, moonlight? And saying that he was born without his right arm, I believe, and no feeling like below his legs or something like that. Below his waist. I'm like, damn, this man. So you can sympathize with him for one, and two, he's interesting. I like the Makamaro robot type thing and him remotely, controlling it. I like that. I like that he got his body back. He has a cool character design. I'm happy that he actually did get a body because that's actually a huge thing, to be honest. No matter how long he had the body, it was probably like only a few minutes, but like it's still, it's something that he really wanted. If he could trade anything, he even said himself he would trade all of his basically his curse energy and all that for to just have a normal body, and that's something that he was birthed with. He couldn't do nothing about it. It was basically a deformity in a sense. So but he did the most what he could, and he really wanted to have a relationship with his classmates in Kyoto, and he actually did. So in the end, he actually helped out, and all of them felt for him and stuff, and they didn't know that beforehand. So he's definitely a character that's an A tier character. I could really do a video about Makamaro if I wanted to. He was really dope to me, man. Okay, but next up we got Gato. We got the original Gato. I'm putting him in A tier as well as the brain Gato because Gato is really interesting because he actually started to um he actually wanted to change the Jujutsu world in the sense where basically like he didn't want to like going around like protecting mankind because they always what I'm saying, like they basically like similar to Hanami, they're just messing up stuff and all that. They just fucking everything up, and he was just pretty much sick of it. And he was kind of in the right of his philosophy of how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because even Gojo was kind of hesitant. Like he was even like, man, like on the fence about it. Like he ain't wrong. Like as he says, these monkeys. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't wrong. The world really is trash because of that. So it's like you know, it has to be done, and then you can't really protect all these, and also on the other hand, you can't really protect all these people against these curse users and curses themselves. So it's like, I mean, he ain't wrong. It's kind of similar thing with Attack on Titan, but that's a whole different story for a whole different video because that's my go anime. But what I'm saying, I'm talking about Jujutsu Kaisen right now. So yeah, I'm putting Geto in the A tier, and I don't really have to have much else to say about that because pretty much him, Geto, the brain, and him back then, same, what I'm saying, same realm of things. So he definitely goes there. Next, we got one of Chozo's brothers. I'm putting him in the eyeglass as well. I mean, like I said, of course I could sympathize with him and the brother and the younger brother, but still, like he's literally ugly. One of the most ugliest ones here. Like his whole outfit and all that, his attire. I'm like, hell no. Nah. But yeah, you already know. I ain't gotta say nothing about him either. You already know. If you know, you know. Next up, we got this guy. I forget his name, but he was somebody that wanted to become a Jujutsu sorcerer. I put him in D tier. It wasn't really too much we got from him other than when he first started fighting against this ugly dude right here, and the old lady that was what you call it, to her grandson. She was like changing his body or something for the curse or something like that. She was embedding like a curse into him or something. Um, with Toji actually. So yeah, this guy I put him in D tier. Not too much from him, but he was cool. Like he wasn't bad. So you know what I'm saying. Like just like her, she's cool. They're not bad characters. Next up, we got Mahito. Mahito is definitely a tier character, definitely. But you know what? Now that I think about it, I might end up putting the brain in S tier. Cause now, like in comparison with Mahito, cause Mahito is really dope antagonist too, cause he's just a curse. But I think Gato would be over him, or the brain would be over, cause the brain literally did everything he needed to do, sealing Gojo, or being a part of everything. Well, basically, he was the leader doing every single thing, even though Jogo and Mahito all wanted to do different things. He literally sealed Gojo in the prison cube thing. He ended up they ended up giving Sukuna 10 more fingers, so now Sukuna has 15, or Yuji has 15 fingers with Sukuna, and he had basically well, quite literally made all the curses come back out, or all new curses and stuff. And so now it's basically another golden age, or golden era, as they say, the golden age of curses. So he really did everything he needed to do. He could die right now, and he already fulfilled everything that he needed. Kind of similar to with Mecca Maru, by him getting his body. That was one thing, and with him, gaining friendship and stuff. So same thing. The brain did his thing. He did his thing. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna have to put him in S tier for real, for real. Next up, we got Momo Nishiyama, or Nishimiya. Yeah, Nishimiya. I'm just gonna call her Momo. It's easier. Momo is cool. C tier though. I mean, nothing too much about Momo. I like her friendship with Mai, or just her relationship in general with Mai. It's cool. It brought up something different, like with the fight recently too that we seen in the anime with Nobara versus Momo, and they both were basically vouching for Mai and Maki on their respective sides. But Momo's cool. She's alright. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too much, but she's cool. Next up, we got Junpei. Junpei is definitely a B tier character. Just like meeting him and learning about him, and just how we've seen like his backstory, or all the people bullying him and all that shit, and how that basically led to his death and all that, because of the fact that he basically, like I said, he was getting bullied a lot, and he even said himself, like, if I could pull a button to just kill people, I would. Like he didn't even say to like pull a button on himself. He just said other people, because they like people are just so hideous in the world and just do hella heinous and like sadistic, diabolical shit. You know what I'm saying? So like he, and then him pairing with Mahito, that brought up Mahito's character too, and developed him as a person, because he was with a human as well. And Mahito was just built into his feeling his role as well. So very much sympathize with Junpei. Him, like I said, him and Makamaro. I'm sorry, I keep going back to my boy Makamaro, but I'm not sorry actually. But yeah, those two have like the most. You could be most sympathetic to those two out of everybody for the most part, for sure. Next up, we got Sukuna, or Sukuna, however you want to say it. I'm going to put him in S tier, but he has the potential to be double S. And we've seen a lot of different, I just want to know what's in his skull. Like, what is he thinking all the time? I know it might not be that deep. He just wants to have curses out there, and him being free, and him just raining shit. That's pretty much precisely what he wants to do. But I want to see more, just something more from him. You know what I'm saying? And I know Gege just said in an interview recently that Sukuna's not going to have any kind of sympathetic story for him. So whether or not, if he was a human before, which I think it is implied that he actually was a human before, but basically turned himself into a curse or something like that. Since he was a Jujutsu sorcerer before, there might be a backstory that led him into that, but but overall, he's not necessarily, he's not gonna be a sympathetic character, and I don't think that would be a good thing to do either way. But he definitely could be a double S. But I want to see some more from him. I know we've seen a whole lot. That man fucked up that whole city, or that whole area. But he's definitely somebody that's definitely could be double S. I really could put him there, but I don't know. There's something else I want from him, like very soon. You know what I'm saying? He's on the verge, but I just can't put him there right now. Just kind of like with Megumi. It's kind of ironic too. He got something he's interested in Megumi. Megumi, somebody else that could be a S tier character, A tier character, but I'm just waiting for something more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Next up, we got Nobara. Nobara, like I said, I'm putting her in S tier. She's the second to Maki, and she's very close to Maki. There was a point in time where I like both of them evenly in the anime, but she's right under Maki. She's right under her. She has the dopest dialogue, like one of the most interesting dialogues in the show. Um, I just like her insight, her morale. She's so funny. She's one of the funniest characters in the show. She got a great fashion sense. You know what I'm saying? That's always cool to see in anime and manga. Um, you know, her and Yuji are both very foolish and funny. It just works very well. Uh, she's not the typical like main female like protagonist or main character, but she's and she's like beyond that. You know what I'm saying? You already know. I don't have to bring up them other animes that you guys know of that Shonen Jump in years, all over these years that they just weren't that. You already know. But Nobara, she's very that character is very like she impresses me a lot. She does a lot. Like I said, her dialogue, her fighting is cool and very unique. The whole the straw doll technique and all that hairpin, all that shit is so dope to me. I hope she doesn't end up dying. It doesn't look like it. Looks like she's getting healed right now, but I don't know. We'll see. But she's so dope, man. She's like I said, she's right there with Maki, but Maki's just a little. But she's right there. Maybe she could. I don't know. Who knows? And I wouldn't mind that because I like both of them really, you know, around the same level. Next up, we got Panda. Panda for me, I know a lot of people love Panda, but I'm gonna put Panda in B tier, and that's not bad at all. Y'all see the people that's in B tier. Panda though, I don't know. Like I just never, there's nothing that never pulled me into his character. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because if he's. I don't know if it's because just because he's. I don't know because just because. I don't know if it's because he's just a cursed corpse, and that's why I'm kind of like indifferent about him. I don't know if that's the case. If that's the case, then I'm being very shit um humanist or something against him or just like I'm against the species. No, it's not that. It's just I don't know. Like I don't find him that interesting. Like don't get me wrong, him as a cursed corpse, I find that thing hella interesting. One of the most interesting cases in the show. But I don't find him like all he is a panda that can fight, and he has a personality. He's funny and all that, and that's something I really do like. So I'm putting him in B tier, but it's something I don't know. It's like he doesn't have what people in the A and S tier have. You know what I'm saying? So I think B tier is really good for him. And don't get me wrong, all these people in B tier can most definitely be an A tier character for sure. So give or take, just take it how you want. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got this guy. I forget his name as well, but he was Anonymous's partner or classmate back when he was younger. Like I said, I love positive characters. He was very positive. I'm gonna put him in C tier. I mean, we don't know too much about him, other than seeing some of him in the flashback. But he was very positive character, and I really liked that. I really did. I really did. So I'm putting him in C tier for sure. Next up, we got Tengen, aka Yaga, Principal Yaga, the Star Vessel, or whatever, Plasma Vessel. He's alright. I mean, I put him in C tier, but don't get me wrong, his character is very interesting. Him being like this, like an extraterrestrial type thing, pretty much. We need to know more about that. You know what I'm saying? We seen it in the flashback, but we need to know more about that right now. And that motherfucker ended up getting didn't he get? Yeah, he got a penalty too from the orders that the JJK headquarters said. Not JJK, but Jujutsu sorcerer headquarters had gave on him that he got a penalty. I don't remember if it was death or whatnot, but I know he has a suspension. I believe. I think that's one thing I knew for sure that he has a suspension. I don't know if he got shit. I don't even remember. It was either suspension or death or both or some shit like that. But yeah, I'll put him in C tier. Next up, we got Jogo. Jogo is a cool antagonist. Very interesting antagonist, similar to Hanami. I was only put him. Well, I don't. Should I put him in B tier because he has more personality than Hanami? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm gonna put Jogo. No, I'll put him in C tier. I'll put him in C tier. I'm not gonna put him over Principal Yaga. I ain't gonna do that. So yeah, Jogo C tier. Volcano head ass. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. Cool ass. Volcano head ass Nick. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna put him in C tier because he's alright. He's a cool antagonist. He's not terrible or nothing like that. I mean, he is ugly. Don't get me wrong. I could put him down here with instantly. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I don't put him C tier. Next up, we got Little Dog, bro. I'm putting him in D tier. Nothing wrong. He cool. I'm not gonna put him ugly ass. Little Dog, bro, not ugly. You know what I'm saying? He helped my boy Yuji develop and get strong. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting him in D tier. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got another go, Yuta. I'm gonna put him in S tier as well. He could definitely be a double S. He might be a double S for a lot of people. Him and Gojo, I can say they're both most definitely up there. But we need to see more of Yuta in the anime and the manga. We technically haven't seen him, other than the openings and whatnot. And then when every time Gojo brought him up. But if you read Volume Zero, which you should read, if you read Volume Zero, you'll see him in there because he was the main character in Volume Zero. He's the main focus. But we haven't been introduced to him like in the anime. And I know Volume Zero is canon, but y'all know y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I always repeat myself. I know y'all know, but hey. Okay, next up we got Mai. Now, Mai is a very interesting character. When you first meet her, you're like, okay, she's one of those kind of characters, kind of smudged, just a little, you know what I'm saying? Just like, damn, like, shut up, you know what I'm saying? Just stop talking. But nah, Mai is interesting. I'll put her in B tier, or should I put her in C? No, I'll put her in B tier, because her and Maki got that, they're both twins, and they both had that relationship where, like I said earlier, Maki wanted to be a Jujutsu sorcerer, so she kept developing and developing, training, and she ended up leaving the clan. So she left her sister, which she promised that they weren't going to be broken apart, and she chose to be, like I said, to be a Jujutsu sorcerer. On the other hand, she was forced to end up training and fighting because of the clan and stuff and their harsh, rules and regulations or whatnot. So and like I said, I've seen people pick both sides, and I get it. I'm siding with my girl Maki, but don't get me wrong though. I really do get my side, and I could technically be on the fence. I was on the fence for a long time about it, so and I get it, but I'm leaning a little towards Maki on that side of the fence. But Maya, I like that they brought more characterization with her, so that's very interesting, and that was one of the best things like so far in the anime too. Most definitely that recent episode 17, I believe. Yeah, so definitely a B tier character in my opinion. Next up, we got Yuji, and he's the one I'm gonna put in the double S. Yuji is my favorite shonen MC right now. It's better than Asta, better than Deku, better than Tanjiro, better than all of them shonen MCs in my opinion right now. Until I read more of Chainsaw Man, I'm only like 13 chapters in. Denji's cool, but Yuji so far is my favorite shonen protagonist right now. He's his conviction, his resolve, like just seeing him grow, even from episode 2, right? When he ended up, well, really episode 1 when he came and helped Megumi and he ate the finger and all that. But even in episode 2 when he got into Jujutsu Tech, you know what I'm saying? He had to change his idea of what his grandpa told to protect people and all that, but instead change that into like what he wants to do because it is something that he actually did pretty much want to do. He wasn't forcing himself to save people. He just knew that he has the ability and kind of like resolve, you know what I'm saying, to do so. So I love that in him. And then over time when you see him and Mahito, that whole situation is, I love that rivalry. I think that's actually going to be an iconic rivalry. Even if, say, hypothetically, even if we're like 1/4 of the way through with the story and Mahito's like gone or something for good or something like that, that's still one of my favorite rivalries right now because of the fact that Mahito made Yuji turn into somebody that he definitely didn't want to, and Yuji had turned the curse that turned Yuji, his rival, into what Yuji is now is the one that made Mahito run away and don't even want nothing to do with him at that point, which is one of the dopest, rawest chapters and panels I've seen within 2020 and 2021. That shit was just so raw. You already know. But with 2020. But yeah, man, Mahito, I mean, well, yeah, but Yuji, I just love that. It's like he's funny. He's a great character. His techniques are raw. I love the whole thing about him and Sukuna, eating all 20 fingers and he has to die or whatnot. And we'll see what happens in the end. But he's just a character that's taking all of the like responsibility. Like I can see the parallels with Ichigo. You know, Ichigo is somebody that wanted to save all his friends and all the people that he had met and gain relationships with over time. And he was also somebody that was given power in the beginning, kind of, but of course he ended up actually having his own and whatnot. So this is similar, but Yuji is like a step above in my opinion because of the fact that his resolve came in quicker than Ichigo. It took, and I'm not saying that just because of circumstances. I mean, it is because of circumstances that Ichigo had to do it a little later and whatnot. I guess you could say, but maybe I don't know. I could be wrong. Just scratch all that. But y'all get what I'm saying. Yuji, I just love that. It's like he's maturing before our eyes, and Nanami was somebody that helped him a lot, growing over the way. Gojo, somebody that helped him grow along the way. Sukuna in a way helped him grow in a way, very indirectly. Mahito's definitely still the same thing, very indirectly. So I'm putting that boy Yuji in double S for sure. Next up we got Toto. Toto is an S tier character, right up there. You know what I'm saying? Toto, that man is just, he's funny. Like I said, I love my funny comedic characters. His relationship with Yuji is just great. I love that. His curse technique is cool. Clap his hands and then he switched places with point A and point B. I know that's not exactly how they explain it, but that's just how I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Toto is a G. He's a dog, similar to Toji. And I just want to see Toto grow from here too. See how much stronger he can get as well. So that would be dope to see. Next up we got a Agla character, that lucky dude. I don't remember his name, but he was just hella lucky. It was like what 3-4 times that man escaped death when he was supposed to die. From Nanami. He had kind of escaped death from Sukuna, but then Sukuna just got him instantly. I'm putting him on Agla because I hated it. Like he was a great antagonist though. He really is, but he was just a little sneezing little rat ass boy. You know what I'm saying? He's got so lucky. Like he's a little roach. Like man, you already know he ugly. Next up we got I believe her name is Yuki. She was Toto's teacher. Same kind of principle with Toto, with the whole what's your type in terms of men or women, that kind of thing. She's dope. I'm putting her in A tier. We don't really know too much about her other than her conversation with Gato in the past, which was very great, and her coming into the finale of the Shibuya arc. She was a dope character. I love her characters so far. Really cool. Very happy-go-lucky character. If anything, she's probably actually the most happy-go-lucky. She's probably even more than Miwa and other guy right here. They're in the same realm of characters, I'd say, in that sense. Next up, we got Yutahime. I think that's her name. Unless I'm confused her with somebody. No, I think that is Yutahime. She's alright. I'm putting her in C tier. I mean, she's cool. I just want to see a little more from her, like learn a little more about her, and just because all we get is just her little relationship with Gojo, which was funny and cute and all that. But like, I just want to see a little bit more out of her, and I know we're probably going to get more out of her and some other characters that we didn't really get too much into. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? Even if we don't, then we don't. Next up, we got Ichiji. That's my boy. Damn, poor Ichiji. I'm putting him in C tier, but poor Ichiji, bro. Poor guy. He ended up dying, but he was also a character I feel like that helped Yuji develop and just keep him in check and all that. Basically being a caretaker in a sense, you know what I'm saying? All he was doing was doing his job. You know, I sympathize with him a lot as well. He's one of the top characters to sympathize with. But yeah, he's a cool guy. R.I.P. to him though. I believe he did die. R.I.P. to him. Oh yeah, didn't he die from this little motherfucker down here, bitch ass? Yeah. Anyway though, that's it. Y'all see my list. I think my list is dope. I think more or less a lot of people would agree with this list. You know, they'll probably tweak some here and there. I know they'll tweak Megami, probably put them higher. Maybe Panda be higher for some people. C and B, maybe y'all switch some of those around. I think for the most part, y'all agree with these people down here being ugly, you know what I'm saying? I mean, objectively and subjectively, you know. Gojo, I think everybody will agree Gojo's double S. Yuji, maybe more or but he's an S tier. And all the S tier characters I said, more or less, are S tier characters. So, that's all I got for my tier list. If you guys want to see more tier list videos from anything, comment down below. Please comment down below what you guys want to see in that regard, and I'll hit y'all back and just tell y'all like, okay, I've seen this show or watched this or know about this, know about that. But yeah, here, this is my list. I think it's a dope list. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I want to see some of y'all lists. If y'all do have some, send them to me. If I do a video, link me to the video. But yeah, that's all I got. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, do all that jazz for your boy if you fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one, and peace.